Students, now we are moving towards our next topic of English grammar, that is tenses. There are three types of tenses: present, past and future. In the earlier videos, we have discussed our two types, present simple tense and past simple tense. In this video, we are going to study future simple tense. At first, we shall discuss the definition of this tense. It is used to express an action which has not occurred yet and will occur in future. So the action that has not occurred yet, that has not started, and it will occur in future. It will be happened in the coming time. It is called future simple tense. For example, I shall go to zoo tomorrow. In this sentence, I shall go to zoo tomorrow. I shall go tomorrow. I have not gone to zoo yet. Shall go tomorrow in the coming time. So it is future simple tense. The rule number one of this tense is that auxiliary verbs or helping verbs will or shall are used in sentences. First form of verb is used as main verb in sentences. So now we are going to discuss the structure of sentences. At first we shall discuss positive sentences. The structure of positive sentences: subject, helping verb, V1 or first form of verb and object. So we shall use subject first of all, the person who is doing an action, and helping verb, will or shall, and first form of verb will be used, and then we shall apply object. Our rule number two is the use of will and shall. We shall use shall with I and we. If our subject is I and we, here the auxiliary verb or helping verb shall is used. And if our subject is he, she, it, you, they, and all other subjects except I and we, then the helping verb will is used. Examples are: I shall buy a computer. In this sentence, according to our structure, I is subject, shall is helping verb, and buy is first form of verb, computer is object. Second example is they will come here. They is subject, will helping verb, and come is V1. There is no object in this sentence. In sentence number 3, we shall run a race. We is subject, shall is helping verb, run is first form of verb, and race is object. So you will make 10 more sentences like these sentences of future simple tense positive sentences. Now we move towards negative sentences. We have discussed positive sentences. Now it's time to discuss negative sentences. The structure of negative sentences is that subject, helping verb, not, first form of verb, and object. Its examples are: I shall not buy a computer. As it is negative, so we'll use the word not. In this sentence, I is subject, shall is helping verb, not has been used because it is negative sentence. Buy is first form of verb and computer is object. They will not come here. Third example is we shall not run a race. These were negative sentences. Now we move towards interrogative sentences. The structure of interrogative sentences is that helping verb will be used first of all, then subject, and then first form of verb, and then object. In the last, we shall apply question mark. Its examples are: shall I buy a computer? Here helping verb has been used first of all, shall. I is subject, buy is first form of verb, object is computer, and in the last we have used question mark. Example number 2, will they come here? Helping verb is will, they is subject, come is first form of verb, and question mark. Example number 3, shall we run a race? So friends, you will make 10 more sentences of negative sentences just like this, and 10 more sentences as interrogative sentences just like these sentences in your notebook. This was your future simple tense. Do practice at home for further understanding. Students, now we are going to write a story in creative writing. We are going to write a story on the moral: you cannot please everyone. The story is, one day a man was walking to market with his son and his ass. They met a couple on the way. "Why walk when you have an ass to ride?" called out the husband. So the man seated his son on the ass. Soon they met another couple. "How shameful of you, boy! Let your father ride. He must be tired," cried the woman. So the boy got down and seated his father on the ass. When they met another person on the way, he said, "Poor boy, why should the lazy father ride while his son is walking?" So the son also got onto the ass along with his father. As they went on, they met some travelers. "How cruel of them! They are up to kill the ass," cried one of the travelers. Hearing this, both the father and the son got down. Now they decided to carry the ass on their shoulders. As they did so, the travelers broke into laughter. The laughter frightened the ass. It broke free and galloped away. Moral: you cannot please everyone. So friends, this story teaches us the moral that you cannot please everyone. People keep on talking and criticizing you. Their task is to criticize and find faults with you. So never mind the sayings and criticism of the people. You move on your way and do what your heart says. So friends, you will write this story in your notebooks and learn it. It is our 1 week's task. Allah Hafiz.